strange humanoid shapes on remote security cameras, alien entities pulled from crash sites in Brazil, and a series of attacks in a remote village in Peru from floating yellow-eyed creatures. These are even more mysterious beings, not from Earth, caught on camera. See if you can spot a very small humanoid creature walking across the frame in this security camera footage. You see two little legs, a bit of the torso and head, but no arms. It's similar to the Fresno Nightcrawler, just scaled down. Interestingly though, this footage supposedly comes from Skinwalker Ranch, and if you know anything about Skinwalker Ranch, you know it's a hotspot for sightings just like this. Skinwalker Ranch, southeast of Ballard, Utah, has a genuinely strange reputation. When the Sherman family moved in during the early 90s, their cattle started turning up mutilated. Oddly, they seemed to have clean surgical cuts. Their dogs would also disappear. They reported UFOs hovering over the fields and strange orbs drifting around at night. Billionaire Robert Bigelow bought the place in 1996 and sent in a team of scientists to investigate. The ranch even ended up with its own show on the History Channel documenting all the weird stuff said to go on there. This creepy footage supposedly shows an alien entity being recovered from a crashed UFO in Brazil. I can't speak to the footage being genuine or not, but the thing does look pretty convincing. And there's a bigger story behind the footage, a pretty famous one at that. In Varginha, Brazil, on January 20th, 1996, at around 3:30 in the afternoon, three young women said they saw something crouching on the street. They described it as a humanoid creature with a large head, skin that looked like it had veins running through it, three bumps on top of its head, and bright red eyes. They said it looked weak, unsteady, like it might have been sick or injured. They ran off and told their mother that they'd just seen the devil. And after that, stories started spreading in the area about UFOs seen in the days before. And then more reports piled on top of that. Rumors about creatures being taken away by the military were rolling through the city. There were also multiple animal deaths at the local zoo. The Brazilian military investigated the whole thing, but of course, they denied anything extraterrestrial going on. Their conclusion was that the girls ran into a local man who was known to have mental disabilities, crouching near a wall, wet and dirty from the heavy rain. Did the girls just get spooked and let their imaginations get the best of them? Definitely possible, but what about the UFO reports and the animal deaths? Misidentifications and coincidences, or was there something stranger going on? Share your thoughts in the comments. This photograph was supposedly snapped in a rural village in Peru right around a time where some seriously strange things were being reported. This is the case of the face peelers. So in 2023, members of the Akitu tribe claimed they were being attacked by 7-foot-tall alien-like creatures they called Las Palicaras, which translates to the face peelers. At one point, after one of these encounters, a teenage girl was taken to the hospital. One community leader said she barely escaped the attack, but ended up injured during the struggle, with part of her neck being cut. After the first reports, villagers said the incidents kept happening for weeks, starting around July 11th. The villagers claimed these beings would show up almost every night, described as having large heads and yellowish eyes. There were also reports that they were immune to hunting weapons, saying shots didn't seem to affect them. And not only that, they'd apparently float, hovering about a meter off the ground. The attacks died down soon after the military moved in to investigate. One theory is that these so-called face peelers, creepy name, were actually illegal jetpack-wearing gold miners trying to scare the tribe off. Even if that is the case though, it still makes for one of the strangest UFO cases I've ever heard of. This UFO footage from Turkey is still regarded as one of the best ever filmed. Some say you can actually spot alien entities peering out of the windows of the craft. It was filmed flying over the skies of Kumburgaz, Turkey by a night security guard named Yalçın Yalman. He started noticing strange stuff in 2007 while working shifts by the Sea of Marmara. After spotting these strange lights in the sky on multiple nights, he decided to just buy a video camera and start recording to try and capture what was going on. And between 2007 and 2009, he caught these round, oval, and sometimes triangular objects hovering in the night sky. The footage got shared online, and UFO researchers took notice pretty quickly. A local UFO group looked at it and said the objects could not be explained as birds, planes, satellites, or weather phenomenon. Yalman went on TV, spoke at events about what he saw. He never claimed to know what it was, just that his footage was genuine and that he had no explanation for it. This video was being talked about all over the weird and paranormal side of the internet back in the summer of 2016. Apparently it was filmed somewhere in Portugal. This freaky humanoid figure with super long arms trudges across the sand before disappearing behind a bush. This one could definitely be faked, sure, but if we do entertain the possibility, looks to be a cross between a Sasquatch and a Chupacabra. Pretty creepy. Now, what are we looking at here? Your guess is probably as good as mine. The person who uploaded the video wasn't sure what they were seeing either. Reddit user jturley85 shared the footage and explained his wife's coworker had gone hunting in the mountains with a pack of dogs. At some point, two of the dogs ran off. After searching for them, they were found torn apart. While trying to figure out what had done it, they spotted this strange figure in the distance and recorded it through a rifle scope. Later tried enhancing the footage to get a clearer look, but this was the best they could manage. Some commenters have pointed out that the figure appears to have unusually long, thin arms. There seems to be something hanging off them that almost looks like hair. The uploader considered the possibility that it was just another hunter, but wasn't exactly confident about that explanation. On its own, the footage is odd enough, but when you add the story about the dogs being found dead nearby, it definitely makes whatever was lurking out there feel a lot more unsettling. These photos were originally posted to Reddit by user Perplexed Seal during an AMA discussion about skinwalkers. Along with the images, they shared a story about something they and their friends claimed to have seen one evening. The Redditor was sitting around a fire with friends, the sun was setting, and they were gathered near a dense wooded area. Looking out toward a field beside the tree line, they noticed this tall white figure in the distance. It wasn't especially close, but they said it immediately felt like it was watching them. Where they sat, it appeared to be either swaying back and forth or slowly moving in their direction. Perplexed Seal said the sight gave them such a bad feeling, they almost felt sick. While they were watching it, another friend turned on their car. At that moment, the figure stood upright on two legs, looked to be about 6 or 7 feet tall, then it ducked behind a bush. Spooked by what they'd just seen, Perplexed Seal decided to leave. The friend stayed behind and later reported seeing the figure again, running extremely fast in circles around the field before disappearing into the trees. Now, are celebrities and the super rich secretly reptilian beings hiding among us? Some people certainly think so. One of the most common pieces of evidence brought up by believers is footage where someone's eyes appear to change shape for a split second. There are tons of videos like this online, but let's start with this clip of Justin Bieber. Notice how his eyes look completely normal at first, but then they look all weird, looking to be partially covered by a semi-translucent layer. People who are into the reptilian invader conspiracies have compared this to the kind of membrane some reptiles have that can slide over the eye while still letting them see. Celebrities and politicians are usually at the center of these claims. The idea is basically that if shape-shifting reptilians were real, they'd be most useful in places with power and influence. Here's another example, this interview footage of Nicki Minaj. For a split second, her pupils shift from round to a vertical slit before going back to normal almost immediately. What do you think? Is this just a case of the camera causing little visual glitches, or are there lizard people subtly controlling everything from politics to entertainment? That has been the video. I will catch you, yes, you specifically, in the next one.